Hey everyone, welcome to Our Small Footprint. My name is Nyssa, and if you're new here, we are a family of 8 who live off-grid in Australia. This video is our hamper video. So every month we have the ability to access a food hamper through Aberdeen Pantry. This is a hamper of food items. Sometimes there's some things like some cleaning agents and things like that in as well. That it costs us $50 and we pre-order it. So it's available approximately every 4 weeks, but it's monthly, so sometimes there's a 5-week gap, and we have to pre-order it by the beginning of the week before, so that Lois and Peter are aware of how many hampers they need to provide for us out here. And we pay $50 for the hamper, and the hamper is whatever they can get to fill the hamper with. The hampers are always worth above the $50 mark, so you're always getting more than your $50 worth, but sometimes there's things in there that you wouldn't normally purchase or that aren't like relevant to you and things like that. It's a little bit of a lucky dip in that sense. They also try and get access to crates of like feed bin type crates of fresh produce. So you can do a gold coin donation, which is a $1 or $2 coin here in Australia. You can do a gold coin donation and access those fruit and veg bins as well and get some extra bits and pieces there too. Last month I got the chilies, so you only just saw that video with the chilies from last month, so I ended up with over 5 kilos worth of chilies that they just had, and some of them were a bit yuck, but there was plenty there that was totally usable, and especially to make into something like cowboy candy. So there is tubs, the crates that have fresh fruit and produce. Some months there isn't, and that's just the way it is, but generally speaking there's something that you can do. They also have a pantry like shop there on site as well. They open that every second Saturday, but it's open on the day of hamper collection too, and in that pantry store there is discounted wares, so a lot of your standard type things, your cereals and your rices, a lot of pre-packaged type stuff, but they also have freezers with some bits and pieces in there depending on what they can access, and stuff like that. So we have the ability to access that here in the MILLMERRAN region, and you just have to log into the Facebook page or contact Lois to order those in advance for the pickup of the hamper on a Saturday during the month. They also actually expanded out to Redbank Plains recently, so one of the gentlemen who was helping with driving the truck from Brisbane to MILLMERRAN each month decided to start a service there as well, so they have a Redbank Plains arm as well. So for anyone who's in Brisbane or that sort of Ipswich Redbank area and would like to access it too, they can look up Aberdeen Pantry Redbank Plains on Facebook and they can join up there, and you can order hampers through them as well. A similar sort of a situation as far as I'm aware. They're all run under the same umbrella, so they should be similar to each other. The hampers work really well for us because they fall, generally speaking, because we only shop every 6 to 8 weeks, they fall in the middle most of the time. Not all the time. Sometimes they fall a little, like, so this one was the weekend just gone, and it's 3 weeks, I think, until I come back from the next shop, which means that the next one will probably fall the week after I get back, which is not always ideal because I'm still working through what we've got. But I tend to purchase one anyway because it's still a buffer to food, and I just process it the same way as if I was doing my groceries. It just sometimes puts a little bit more pressure on me depending on what's available, like especially if they've got some sort of bulk fruit and veg or something. So we're in citrus and apple season. I would think that might be something that comes up in the next month. We'll see what comes up, but if I can get them in bulk, then that's always great because there's plenty of things I can do with those. So you don't have to have a healthcare card or anything to access the hamper. It is for anyone and everyone. All you have to do is contact Lois and be there to collect it on the day that's available. So let me show you the footage. Now, it is Monday morning, and I'm sorry about that. I collected this on Saturday, but we also had Mitch from Itchy's Excavations out to do some clearing of some of the land and creating some paths and some trenches and stuff, which I'll show you on another video. So he came out on Saturday for a few hours, so I quickly filmed the hamper, and then we had him here, and I just didn't get out here to do an intro to it, but I filmed when we received it. I put it all out and filmed it so that I made sure I had that. So I'll put in here the filming of the actual hamper so you can see what we got, and then I'll come back and finish it up. Alrighty, so with the hamper we got 4 loaves of bread, We got the Bright Start cereal. The kids enjoyed that last time, so that's good. There's a watermelon, and then there was a crate full of mixed bits and pieces, some potatoes, lettuce, zucchini, there's a couple of oranges, some avocados, all that sort of stuff in there. We also got a jar of the mild butter chicken, 4 of soft drink, and some mixed vegetables, peas and carrots, diced tomatoes, baked beans, tinned spaghetti. There was 2 up and go liquid breakfasts and a mayo ketchup, so like a seafood sauce type thing. We also got a 1 litre of custard. There was a foil wrapped, I assume this is garlic bread from the looks of it, and a sweet potato veg chickpea soup. There was some throat gummies. These are lemon lime throat gummies, and some Vicks Vapor Drops as well. A packet of cheese rings. There's a couple of bags of the macaroni pasta, which will come in handy, and a straight spaghetti, and a kilo of white rice. There's a box of sugar-free gum. Darryl really likes sugar-free gum, so he will probably consume most of that. The kids can have some too. And some disinfectant wipes. Hospital-grade disinfectant, so surface disinfectant wipes. The frozen stuff, we got the meals as normal. There is half a dozen of them. There's some chicken biryani and some baked salmon fillet and vegetables. There is a couple of packs of fish cakes by the looks of them. It's covered in, the sticker's covered, but it looks like fish cakes, cod cakes, I'm not sure, fishmonger fish cakes. There's a couple of packs of those. A 1.8 kilo of beef mince, a chicken stir fry, a chicken and chickpea casserole, and a bag of the chicken breast, the 2 kilo bag of the chicken breast. There was also a couple of these creamy chicken carbonara meals, microwave meals, that Mum will probably enjoy as well, because I'd imagine they're microwavable. We might be able to heat them up elsewhere, but they'll have dairy in them regardless. That was the main pantry item. So we got the crate of mixed fruit and veg and stuff, and then all the frozen stuff, and this row of pantry items. So that was the $50 pantry. On top of that, because we're doing the 9 weeks instead of the 8 or the 6 or whatever, Darryl, we're low on eggs. The chooks aren't laying very much. It's very cold at the moment. So Darryl got a couple of trays of eggs for me. He also got some extra fruit and veg from the tubs. These are the gold coin donation tubs. So he grabbed some extra tomatoes, some zucchinis, and some avocado. He didn't grab too much because I just don't really have the time to do anything with any of it. So he grabbed enough that we can eat it fresh. He also grabbed a crate of extra potatoes, because potatoes are always handy, and in this weather they don't go bad. So that works really well. We do just have to make sure they don't freeze though. As long as they don't freeze, they last ages when in this sort of weather. So I found a couple of really nice recipes that I'm going to give a go with those. He also bought 2 bags of chicken tenders from the freezer as well. Now this says trim on it, and I assume this is probably the same as that frozen chicken that I got a whole box of the other time, that was sort of tenders, sort of just bits of chicken, which is fine. We will use these for whatever, even if we mince them up. He also grabbed some boxes of Wheat Bix, because we're out of cereal completely for some reason. I don't know, the kids just went through cereal a lot. These cheese flavored crackers that we got last time, he obviously thought were quite good. Some rice bubbles, some shapes, and those are they're my favorite flavored shape in the back, so he must have seen those and grabbed those for me as well. So that was all. So all the stuff from the pantry was $28, and then we got the normal $50 hamper as well on top of that, and then the couple of dollar gold coin donation for those extra fruit and veg. So that is what we ended up with. Now, we did get a few, as I said in the video, we did get quite a few bits and pieces extra from the pantry. It was about $28 worth on top of the $50 hamper and the gold coin donations. So it was a little bit more expensive, but we also are dragging out that extra week of our groceries, because Darryl is away the weekend that I had planned to go do groceries, so I have to go the week after. So we're doing a 9-week stretch, and whilst we have plenty of food, it's always nice to have that buffer. I very much am one of those people people who likes to have more food rather than not enough. So we grabbed a few bits and pieces extra there too. I am in the process of starting to do all my workups of what I'm going to do grocery wise this month, and there's going to be definitely a bit of a shift, so I will try and make sure I do one of those plan with me videos for the actual grocery haul and the inventories and stuff like that, because we've run out of a lot. Like we've got no tin corn, we've got no rice cakes, no cereals except for what we just bought and all that sort of stuff. We've run really low on a lot of things because the kids just seem to be eating a whole lot more for a start, but we've also got that 9-week gap. So when I do all that, I will make sure to film that and the planning and the theory behind that as well. But until then, I will see you on the next video, and thanks for watching.